Welcome to the Cryptic Comander on YouTube, proudly sponsored by North Valley Games, where you can go to northvalleygames.com and save 10% off your orders. Sponsored by the Hobby Goblins. We're partnered with Magic the Gathering Player Group. We can go on Facebook and find them on Facebook, and then Cosmic Gaming. Today we're going to be cracking some packs, and I'm your host, Luna. Well, without further ado, let's get cracking. I guess some things I really like out of the set is the etched foils. The lightning bolts, those are about $3. Of the alternate art, you get the alternate art foil, that's about a $5 card. The biggest money hit is the red Elder Dragon. Alright, so first legendary. Well, not our first legendary. Let's go over our first legendary creature. So it's 3 generic and 1 white. Tap it, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of tokens you created this turn. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. You can choose a background. It's a 2/4. Corlessa, Scale Singer. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast dragon spells from the top of your library. And then it's a 1/4, and it's a 1 green and 1 blue. Ooh, foil rare. It's the etched foil. So 1 generic and 1 blue, 1 red, a 1/1. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Appreciate that. Alright, we got our rare Eldritch Pack. 7 mana. For me, this card should be for each graveyard, just so you can hit somebody and kill them with it. Alright, we got a foil. I'm going to put that here. Our rares, the foil rares, and then tokens I'll put with the rest of this pile. Alright, on to the next pack. Oh, we got another singer. Ooh, we got the Mardu legendary creature. So Jen Jensen, Chaos Crafter. 1 red, 1 white, 1 black. Haste. So that's the white part of it. It's a 3/3, 3 mana, 3/3 even. Sacrifice an artifact creature. Create 2/1/1 create 2 treasure tokens. That's the black side, sacrificing. Then tap it, sacrifice a non-creature artifact, create 2/1/1 colorless construct artifact creature tokens. That's the white for token generation. So these are the sacrificing and splashes into black twice. But for me, creating the sacrifice an artifact creature, that's the black side, and the non-artifact, the non-creature artifact is the white side, because you're generating tokens for creatures versus tokens for mana. I could be wrong, but that's how I'm perceiving this card. Alright, that was a double rare pack. So Sculpted Sunburst. Oh, a triple rare pack, and we got a foil going on. So Sculpted Sunburst, 3 generic, 2 white. Choose a creature you control. Then each opponent chooses a creature they control with equal or lesser power. If you choose a creature this way, exile each creature not chosen by any player this way. So essentially, it's a board wipe, and you could even just pick a 1/1, and everybody gets to keep a 1/1. Alright, Robe of Archmagi. So 2 generic, 1 blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw that many cards. Ooh, that many? So that much damage? Equip 4 or equipped Shaman, Warlock, or Wizard 1. Just remember, equipment is sorcery speed. And a foil. Alright, let's move on to the next pack. Kadria, Caller of the Small, 1 generic, 1 green, 1 white. Trample, which is nice. It's a 3/3, so 3 mana for 3/3. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, for each token you control, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. This is definitely a good tokens commander. I would say so myself. Legion of Loyalty. It's an 8-drop, 6 generic, and 2 white. Creatures you control have Myriad. So pretty much when they attack, they make a token that's attacking each other opponent. Good old-fashioned water. Ooh, a double Dungeon Delver. Council of 4. I wonder why this wasn't 4 mana, because it's the Council of 4. 3 generic, 1 white, 1 blue. Whenever a player draws their second card during their turn, you draw a card. Whenever a player casts their second spell during their turn, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token. It's a 0/8. Huh. I'm curious what kind of deck would be built around this. Alright, ooh. I think this is our first rare background. Triple rare pack. Okay, 2 rare backgrounds in 1 pack. Nice. So 1 black. This is so far one of the best backgrounds in my opinion, just because it's 1 mana. Commander creatures you own get +3/+3, have flying and death touch. Ward, pay 3 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Ooh, I don't know about what I just said. For me, it's one of the best ones because it's mana efficient. But the fact that you sacrifice a creature, unless you're in a deck that cares about the graveyard, or is stealing opponents' creatures, like you're going to Rakdos sacrifice strategy, where I'm stealing your creatures, but this issue that it's the upkeep and not just any other point. I don't know how I feel about this card. Alright, and it's foil. Oh, wow. That's what, 4 rares in this pack? And 5 rares in 1 shenanigans pack. Amazing. So Shameless Charlatan, 1 white, 1 generic, and 1 blue. My apologies. Commander creatures you own have pay 2 and 1 blue. For this creature becomes a copy of another creature. The fact that there's partner out there, and that could be great. Alright. Baba Lysaga Night Witch. It's the alternate art. So 1 generic, 1 black, and 1 green. So 3 mana, 3/3. For 3. That's nice. Some cycle we got going on. Tap it. Sacrifice up to 3 permanents. If there were 3 or more card types among the sacrificed permanents, each opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3 life, and you draw 3 cards. This feels like a bit of a stretch, but it's a workaround. It also could completely build a deck for this. I feel like it could be efficient, but that's also saying for a lot of things. And Blades of Selves. Quick creature has Myriad. 4 quick 4. It's a 2-drop. Treasure token. the water. No, y'all don't need to know that, but it's like, why is this person not just going forward and cracking packs? Well, sorry, y'all. Sometimes talking gets me thirsty. Oh, that's cool art. I'm gonna fix the piles here for a little bit. Alright, let's get cracking lacking. Jean Ironicus Shatter 1. 2 generic, 1 blue, 1 black. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control of up to 1 target creature you control. Put 2 1/1 counters on it and tap it. It's goaded for the rest of the game, and it gains this creature can't be sacrificed. Huh. Whenever a creature you own but don't control attacks, you draw a card. That's an interesting strategy. 4 mana, 3/3. What other blades? Commander that can be your commander. Oh, snap! This god and this shininess. Oh, snap. It's so beautiful. I've opened 3 of these myself. Actually, you know what? Let's see what this beautiful card does. So 2 generic, 1 black, 1 red, and 1 green, a 4/4. As long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, this creature has indestructible. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. And then we got a rare background. 1 generic, 1 red. Commander creatures you own have, whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat to a player, goad target creature that player controls. Well, went in reverse order, y'all. I feel silly. Reverse, reverse. Oh no, Uno reverse card played. That foil Montana. Ooh. Orlando the Seer. 2 generic, 1 green, and 1 blue. Tap it, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand with input a number of time counters on it equal to the mana value. It gains when the last time counter is removed from this card. If it is exiled, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you cast a creature spell this way, it gains haste till end of turn. You will then remove a time counter from each other card you own in exile. Huh, I like this card. Ooh, shiny. Setting this aside for a friend. He wants to make a bunch of chefs. So he's making the Guillaume, the master chef, the cabaretti caterer, and then this butcher, and so I'm gonna set that aside for my friend. I think it's the most beautiful version I've opened. The monster manual. Ooh, another rare. Ooh, a foil rare and a list card. So monster manual, 3 generic and 1 green. So you can send it on an adventure. So zoological study. My bad for mispronouncing that. 2 generic and 1 green. Adventures for sorcery speed. Mill 5 cards and return a creature card milled this way into your hand. Pay 1 and a generic. So you can pay this from outside of adventure exile, but not exile. So one generic, 1 green, tap it. You may put a creature card from your hand on the battlefield. Oh, Nikes! You can just put Emrakul for 2 mana onto the battlefield. That is nuts. All right, we already see what this does. Archivist of Ogma. A lot of the cards in this set are pretty difficult to pronounce, in my opinion, but it just might be not a majority, a minority, but still there's a lot of difficult cards pronounced. 1 generic and 1 white, so it's a halfling cleric. Flash, whenever an opponent searches the library, you gain 1 life and you draw 1 card. It's a 2/2 for 2. It's a solid bear. Our first list card. So you know what? 4 generic, 2 blue. It's a 3/3. Tap an untapped Cephid you control. Tap target permanent. Pay 3. Tap all creatures without flying. Huh. It's kind of like a sleep effect in a sense. It's because it's instant speed. Two more packs to go. I think this is our first Undercity we've gotten, so I'm curious if that means anything. I could be wrong with the Undercity, but that is a cool art. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Noble Heritage. 1 generic, 1 white. It's a background. Commander creatures you own have when this creature enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player may put 2 1/1 counters on each creature they control. For each opponent who does, you gain protection from that player until your next turn. Nice. So here's some Grixis action. 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 black, and 1 red. Haste, it's a 2/4. Tap it. When this creature has been errated, I don't remember exactly what the errata is. Pay 2, generic, tap it. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a single opponent or a single permanent an opponent controls this turn, for each opponent, choose that player or permanent. So this should be choose a player or a permanent they control. Copy that spell, and the copy targets the chosen player or permanent. Last pack. Ting, 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 ting. You have bested me. I'll use my bow now. I'm curious about this one. So Stone Speaker Crystal, 4 generic. Tap it for 2, so that's pretty nuts. But it's 2 colorless, technically. 2 colors, 2 generic. In this instance, it's 2 colors specifically. Tap 2 for 2 generic. Tap it. Sacrifice this card. Exile any number of target players with graveyards. Draw a card. I like it. Lulu, gotta get them Lululemons. Lulu, Lulu. Ooh, Mirror of Life Trapping. There is a card, I don't remember exactly what it is. It's a creature that creatures can't be cast other than the hands. They can't be cast from graveyards or libraries. So essentially, this what happens is for generic. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it wasn't cast, exile it. Then return all other permanents cards. Exile with Mirror of Life Trapping under the battle. Of life trapping to the battlefield under your control, under their owner's control turn. So essentially what happens, player casts a creature, this traps it, and then the other creature, I remember it's a 1/3, I think it's a 2-drop. I remember it has Chica's face on it, but I could be wrong. But anyway, then that creature makes it so those creatures are just permanently exiled, or those spells, I should say. You've been caught stealing! Oh no, what are you gonna do? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, we truly appreciate it. If you could comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and comment down below what kind of future content you'd like to see. And then share this on any platform that you can share it on. We would truly appreciate it. Go ahead and check out the Cryptic Comander podcast, anywhere you can see podcasts, or listen to podcasts, I should say. Seeing them as far as YouTube, there are some other ways to do it. But again, check out the Cryptic Comander podcast, anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. This is Luna, your host, signing off.